Hello friendly faces of the internet, it's me, writer, director, and auteur, Kate Taylor, and today, also professional pumpkin carver. So prepare yourself, because there's gonna be spooky things, there's gonna be danger, there's gonna be knives and guns, and it's gonna get personal. So happy friggin' Halloween. Also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with your friends, okay? Thanks. But first things first, we gotta get ourselves a pumpkin from Vaughn's, and, as I can remind you, that is no small ordeal.
And why is that not a small ordeal? Well, because it's always like 90 degrees in LA, and so even just walking a couple blocks to the grocery store is exhausting, and I'll be covered in sweat. So, I don't know, maybe I'm out of shape. That's also a possibility too. But the sun is always beating down, and I don't know, if you're like me, you're used to Halloween being a rainy, cold holiday, and honestly, like 90% sure it's like not even October, and I'm just in some parallel universe. But that's beside the point. Anyway, I made it to Vaughn's, and there were some beautiful pumpkins, and there were some not so beautiful pumpkins covered in warts. But I decided on the last one of the barrel, and it was pretty much calling to me, so I picked it up and had to head in and stand in line in the express lane, but there were definitely people that had more than 10 items, and picked that bad boy up and walked all the way back. So yeah, at this point, fairly sweaty, fairly tired, breathing heavy, starting to question, is it really worth it? Why am I even carving this pumpkin? But I don't know, it's moments like these you can't second guess yourself. So instead, you gotta stare down the beast, head inside, and get to carving that pumpkin.
Whew, now that ordeal's over, let's get some grape juice. Pour it into the goblet of fire. And get carving. I don't see what could possibly go wrong. Now you're probably wondering, what are you going to be carving? And that's a great question. You know, often they say there's nothing to fear except for yourself. So what I'm going to be carving is my LinkedIn profile picture. Probably the scariest thing I can imagine, as it's a constant reminder of my borderline unemployment. Yes, that's the picture. Okay, and there we go. That's about one of the most terrifying things I can imagine. I'm sure Freud would have a thing or two to say about that subconscious projection of myself. Anyway, I digress. Let's have another sippy sip. Now what we gotta do is scoop out the pumpkin guts, and luckily I brought a thing or two for that. You may recognize these gloves from the Wet Willy video. I don't see anything that could go wrong with this combination. Ooh, look at all these pumpkin seeds. Okay, now we got that hollowed out, it's time to start on the face. So with that, we're gonna have to pull out a couple more knives. Don't try this at home, kids. Also, listen to this. Those are the pumpkin guts. Do you see the resemblance? Is it narcissistic to do a self-portrait on a pumpkin? Kind of feels a little wrong, but I guess we're just gonna go with it. Now, in my pumpkin carving expertise, we're gonna start with a smaller knife and do some edge work. First chunk out, that's what we call the hair. Yeah, that looks like it has a resemblance. Just gotta take a quick sip from the goblet of fire. This will be interesting. I think my basic goal is that the pumpkin skin will be my skin, and then where I want more light to come through, I'm going to try to etch it out. It feels so wrong to carve your own eyes. Okay, this might just ruin my phone, but we'll see. I don't really care. Whatever, it's an old phone. Okay, it's coming through the eyes. That worked? How'd that work? I don't know. I don't want to brag, and it might be because I'm a little drunk, but I think this is going swimmingly. Do you see that? There's pumpkin on my computer now. Some things are more important than your computer. If I don't end up in the hospital by the end of this, it's gonna be a damn miracle. Look at this. It's turning out nicely, if not a little creepy, but that's okay. On we go. Well, that's not in the least bit terrifying. Okay. Onwards and upwards, here we go. God, why is pumpkin carving so hard? Okay, here's a little mid-carving update. Attempting to include teeth has made it infinitely more terrifying. I'm only just now realizing that I probably should have included pupils on the eyes. I've seen people do that with pumpkin carving. I didn't. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. Do you see it? All right. Oh my god, everything is covered in pumpkin. This is disgusting. Alright, there we have it, I think. The final comparison. Well, I don't know how exactly it looks like me, but it's certainly scary, and certainly the thing of nightmares. That was my pumpkin carving adventure.
So that was it. That's the pumpkin, and there is the mess. So, if you're not terrified, I don't know what's gonna scare you. But it's supposed to be me. Look, I'm not an artist, okay? I have an art degree, but I'm not an artist. And so at this point, I figure there's really not much else to do except for, I don't know, maybe go outside and put that jack-o'-lantern on the stoop and terrify any potential trick-or-treaters. That's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
If that doesn't scare you, God, I don't know what it does. Also, the fact that that was a self-portrait concerns me more than most anything. So, hope you enjoyed. Writer, director, and auteur Cade Taylor. Signing off.
Happy Halloween.